Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If this is your first time, this is Legacy, and I make all kinds of videos on all kinds of topics. Right now, I'd like to touch on the topic of the horrendous thing that has just taken place in the world over in Israel with the Palestinians in Palestine, in Gaza, with what the Hamas had done with the bombing and everything. I wanted to make a request to you guys to please. I know you guys, we all have our everyday lives to think about, and we get caught up in that, and we forget to just stop and take a second to pray or send healing or loving energy to people or situations like this. And I'm just here to be a reminder, a friendly reminder, to please send your prayers or any kind of healing energy, loving energy to them over there in Palestine. I didn't sleep all night last night, and it's late at night again. It's like 3:30 a.m. going on the 9th, I think. Let me see. Yeah, it's October 9th. Technically, it's, yeah, the 9th. 3:30. I'm in my pajamas, no makeup. I don't care. I just felt led to get on here and ask you guys please to be praying for them. And don't forget to remind others to be praying for them. I don't know if you guys caught a glimpse of the news of some of the scenes that they caught on video on the news, with the hundreds of dead bodies laying in the streets with covers over them. Well, I did. I caught it. And I couldn't stop crying. I couldn't stop praying. I couldn't stop thinking about what they must have went through when it happened to them, and what their families must be feeling with losing their loved ones in such a horrific, tragic way. Sorry. No, I'm not going to apologize for crying, because you know what? My whole life I get yelled at for having any emotions, and I'm tired of it. I'm going to let it flow. So if it comes out, it comes out. So I'm on here to ask you guys to please be sending your prayers to them there, and your love, and to remind others to do the same, because they need it really bad. I am a Heyoka empath, so I feel things extremely deeply, as well as being a psychic medium. I'm a very ultra sensitive person, and I could pick up the emotions from over there so strong that I just couldn't stop bawling when I saw it on TV. It was like watching 9/11 all over again, but instead this time seeing all the dead bodies with them having been covered partially on just across their backs. That's it. It's like they just threw something on over their back, and you could still see them, their whole bodies basically laying there dead from the explosion, from everything. It's so sad. You guys, you gotta remember, even though I know a lot of us want to like get angry and get mad and everything, and feel hatred towards the Hamas, you know, and those involved in it, in the attack on the Palestinians in Israel. We have to remember they have not been awakened to who they really are, to their true identity, which, if you don't know who your true identity is yet, and you haven't been awakened to the fact of that, I'll tell you now. It's God. Okay? God lives in every single one of us. God lives in us, through us, and as us. And we have to remember that God still lives in those people who did the attack, the Hamas. Okay? We have to also remember to pray for the Hamas and those involved with them that did the attack on the Palestinians. Okay? Do not be getting caught up in feelings and emotions of hatred towards them or any kind of negative feeling, because that goes out and it's sent out into the universe and it goes straight to them, and all you're doing is you're feeding into that pendulum that they are in and under. Okay? And you don't want to do that, okay? You don't want to be adding to the mix of making things worse by having hatred or anger towards them. Okay? You need to be feeling unconditional love for all that are involved, no matter how bad it looks, no matter how bad they seem to be behaving. And what they did was, I'm not making excuses for them. I'm just going to say that right there, okay? I'm just putting that out there. I'm not trying to make excuses for anyone. I'm just saying we have to remember we are all the collective consciousness of God, whether we know it or not. Most people do not know this, okay? Most people do not. They don't realize it. They don't understand that they're God living in a body, because we're all born with what I call God amnesia. We are born into this life not knowing we are God. Every time you go through a reincarnation, you forget. If you even remembered in your previous life, if you don't believe in reincarnation, that's fine. That's fine. You don't have to. But when we come into this life, we are born with what I call God amnesia. We don't remember we are God. We don't remember the things that God knows or feels, or the unconditional love that God has for us. Maybe if you're lucky enough, you do come into this world knowing that. That is extremely rare. And then you're told as you're growing up, since you're a baby, a toddler, a child, you know what you're expected to act like and who you're expected to be. And sometimes it's to be someone who is doing vile, inhumane, horrific things like the Hamas did to the Palestinians. Who knows what their upbringing was like, the Hamas? We don't know. Maybe it was horrendous. Maybe they were taught to hurt people, and eventually it led to them becoming murderous type people. Maybe they were trained to be that way since they were children. They do train them over there like that. They do. It happens all over the world. Training children to kill, to murder, to hate. They have all this anger towards certain people for the color of their skin, or for whatever their spiritual beliefs are, or their sexual orientation, or anything at all you could think of. They are, people don't think of these things when these tragedies happen. But you have to remember, we're all one, okay, you guys? We're one with God and we're one with each other. And we have to have each other's backs, no matter how bad somebody may be misbehaving. Okay? If you guys can just reach deep within, if you have to sit, meditate, take some deep breaths, if you're really feeling a lot of anger and hatred and frustration toward the Hamas and those who were involved in the attack against the Palestinians, and just reach deep within and try to remember, you are the unconditional love of God. You are God in an avatar body, but you are ultimately God. Okay? Excuse me. So just remember, we're all in this together. There's nobody who's bad or good or worse or better than another. Okay? Because as long as you keep looking at people that way, things will remain that way. As long as you keep judging someone or anything or a situation, things will stay that way. And it can get worse too. You're just adding fuel to the fire. Our emotions, our thoughts, our thought waves and our emotions are frequencies that go out into the universe and affects the whole universe. And once you put that out there, your thoughts, your thought forms, and your energy, and your feelings and emotions, it's out there for good. Okay? And what you want to do with your energy and your thoughts and emotions, that's your choice. I just hope you make the wise choice in remaining in unconditional love, no matter how bad things look, no matter how bad someone appears, no matter how bad they seem to be behaving, and the horrible things that they look like that they just did. Okay? We still have to remember we're all a part of God, and we are all each other pushed out. We are all one with each other and with God. So just remember what I'm telling you right now, please. Okay? And don't be afraid to ask others to pray for all of them. Don't be afraid to ask your friends or family or people, hey, let's also pray for the Hamas. Let's also pray for what would be known as the bad guys. Let's pray for them too. Who knows what they've been through and what led them up to being the person that they are today, that caused them to do this atrocity, this horrific, horrendous act of murdering hundreds and hundreds of people and destroying land all over the Gaza sect area there of Palestine. Don't be afraid to ask people to pray for them and send them loving energy, because really, like I said, you're just adding fuel to the fire if you just act like them with just more hatred and more anger. You're just acting like them. You're just being just like them. So get off your high horse. Stop judging. Don't judge yourself. Don't judge anyone. Don't judge them. Don't judge them. Don't judge. Because whatever you judge, that judgment will come back to you. Because we're all one. What you judge in another eventually will be judged within you by someone else, or maybe even by yourself, which is even harder sometimes to deal with. Yeah. So, I love you guys. And I appreciate you watching my video. And I appreciate all your prayers for Israel, for, Palestine, for them over in where they're at in Gaza, and the whole strip there of Gaza. And just maybe even post something on your Facebook wall and ask others that are on your friends list to just pray for everyone involved. Even the so-called bad guys, the Hamas. Don't be afraid to ask people to pray for them and remind them why. You can tell them what I said if you want, or whatever you want to say, but just say, let's pray for everyone involved, because they need our prayers too. The ones that did this atrocity, they need prayer. Excuse me. Sorry, I took some medicine. I've been having a UTI, and I've just been, not feeling well. So anyways, and I'm in pajamas, no makeup, and I don't care. Authenticity over trying to be perfect. I've learned this, Used to have to be always perfect with makeup and my hair all the time, because that's how I was raised to be, and then I started raising myself, and I started making my own mind up about, things about what's right for me. And, for me, it's okay to, now it's 3:43 in the morning, in my pajamas, no makeup, my hair a mess, dealing with a urinary tract infection with no sleep for days, stomach pain from antibiotics, and side effects I'm not going to go into from antibiotics. But, I had to get on here, you guys, because it's love that I feel, the love that I feel from God for everyone involved, even the Hamas and all the Palestinians who were harmed and that died. Everybody involved. It just My heart goes out to every one of them. And I just wanted to say, please, please, if you're a light worker, you know, or an energy healer or a distant energy healer, you know you can send your energy all the way to them, even if you're millions of miles away. Okay. I'm way far away from them. You know, I'm in the US, but you know, it's like, it doesn't matter. Distance is just an illusion, just as time is. Time is linear. So, you know, yeah, don't even worry about that. You know, just send love, send, you know, positive thoughts towards even like those who are suffering, who have lost their loved ones in this tragedy, those who are having to go through that, and even those who are the ones responsible for this horrific act. Okay. Anyways, I'll stop there. I love you guys. And I would really appreciate it if you would share this video with anybody and everybody you can think of. And please subscribe to my channel. I have a lot of other videos that I touch on many other topics. I am a teacher who loves to, I'm a spiritual teacher who loves to teach on many spiritual topics. And I love to teach people just to basically encourage them and to exhort them and help them know that they are limitless and that there's nothing that is impossible for you. You can do anything you set your mind and heart to. And I also love to talk about love. And I just made a 2-hour video a couple weeks ago about love. I just did a Facebook Live, first time in a year. It was the second time I've ever doing it. And didn't even know what I was going to say. And it just turned out amazing, you know, just, yeah. You guys, if you make any, have any kind of social media content where you make videos and stuff, you know, don't worry, or just writing your writings and stuff on Facebook or wherever you write online. Don't worry about coming across perfect, you know, just be authentic. Okay. Yeah. Just be yourself, be you. That's my main message to people too, you know, be whatever, you know, you feel yourself to be, whatever aspect, personality you have right now, be that person. You know, yes, you are God, but you're still, I'd like to say, a divine flavor of God. and own it, and own it. So, and if you could please subscribe to my channel, I'd appreciate that as well. All right. Thank you, and God bless everybody. I love you. Good night.